Hey guys, welcome back to Dimension X Digital. Time for another update on the quarantine Psycho Zaku build. So I'm done with all the base paints. By base paint, I mean the paint is done. Like, it's done now. But I still am going to do some light weathering on it, like a couple scuffed edges here and there, just so it doesn't look so clean. And then I'll do some panel lines on the decals. Well, I got to do the decals, then I can do the painting stuff. But so far, this is what it looks like. I could snap it together, but it's a pain in the ass to disassemble it because I still have stuff to do. So I'm just going to show it like it is. So yeah, if in case you haven't seen the other videos, we're doing a kind of a little, what do you want to call it? Not an homage, I guess a tribute to our current quarantine situation. So instead of doing the usual paint scheme, I've decided to go with a biohazard suit motif here. And I think it, for the most part, turned out pretty good. Like, at least I think it gets the point across. Yeah, you know, basically the main paints were yellows, some like earthy, kind of like beigeish greens, dark grays, black, silver, stuff like that. A little bit of blue for you know, like the idea was to mimic the look of rubber gloves, like medical gloves, or you know, just standard rubber gloves. So yeah, I think that kind of comes through. For the main backpack, I actually went with a red here. The idea was that it was supposed to kind of remind you of like when you're at the doctor's office or like in a restroom and they have the medical waste bin, like the little red box for like, you know, like for like needles for like what do you call it, like diet, like, you know, like for like diabetic needles and stuff like that. So that's kind of the idea of the red tank there, and then both of the smaller ones are yellow. So that's pretty much what that will look like. It is massive. This thing is going to take up like an entire shelf of its own. But for the most part, I am very happy with the way it came out. I think the pre-shading was pretty successful in coming through. You can see some splatter marks on my mat here, and there was one here that I was not able to get off because I hadn't done a top coat on it yet. Luckily, the other pieces that got sprayed, I was able to clean. But this one I'm going to have to probably touch up or leave. I was hoping it wasn't visible with the tank on, but it is completely visible, so I might have to do it. But yeah, I had a clog in my my airbrush, and I was just about to put in some more paint, and so I'm sitting there blasting air through it, and then I pointed down a little too far and had this huge paint explosion all over my work desk in the garage. It was all over my arm, got on some of the pieces. I had to take a breath and walk away at that point because I was kind of winding down for the day, and when that happened, I was not a happy guy. So I had to take a little bit of a break, but I'm really happy with the color separation. I think that the colors lend themselves well to each other. I really like the backpack. The whole backpack is the whole reason I really wanted to do one of the Psycho Zakus. It's so crazy, you know, with the arms, the giant like tanks on it. So yeah, but yeah, this is where I'm at. So we're getting very close to being done. I need to order some decal paper because I need some like biohazard symbols and some custom stuff I'm going to do for this guy. I'm going to use some of the decals that came with the kit, so I'm in the meantime I'm going to do those. But I definitely need to make a few of my own, and unfortunately the paper is kind of hard to find right now, and it's very pricey. And pricey is an issue right now, considering haven't worked in like a month and a half. My unemployment was denied, and then when I looked at the papers, my social security number wasn't even right on it. So I sent in some extra paperwork, and like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I still haven't heard anything about that. Haven't got my stimulus payment yet, of course. And what else? What else is going great? Oh, and my tax return is still in limbo somewhere. Supposedly I'm going to get it in 30 to 60 days, and that was about 20 days ago. So yeah, gotta admit, guys, my I've talked about it briefly, but I do have some pretty severe depression problems from time to time, and it has really been flaring up on me. I'm pretty wiped out emotionally, and this whole thing's kind of getting to me. So at least I have this to keep me busy. That was the other thing that happened that was wonderful was I ordered a Moshin and Krieger kit, because after this one I kind of want to take a break from Gunpla and work on a Moshin and Krieger, because I've been really interested in it. I've only done one kit before, and let's see, I actually have it right here. This is just a little 135 scale. But I really liked it, so I ordered a 120, a similar suit, but not the same one. But man, my focus is just garbage right now. But anyways, this was the little one I did before, and I loved it, and I enjoy the painting aspect of building more of models than I do the building of them. So the Maquet stuff is kind of something I'm interested in getting into. So I ordered a kit. Of course, right now, if you are in this hobby, you know that right now shipments are sporadic. They are stock is low. Everything is just kind of really kind of few and far between right now. So a lot of if you're going third party, your prices are kind of getting ridiculous. They're not crazy yet, but they're getting there. And a lot of resellers know this. So they're kind of striking while the iron's hot. And, I used to sell a lot on eBay. I don't blame them. Trust me. I mean, if I was still in that boat, maybe I would be doing the same thing. But, as a user of, or a builder, I guess it's kind of an addiction. A user is pretty accurate. But, so I ordered a kit. I found one that was still pretty much retail. I was really stoked about it. Ordered it on Amazon, and of course it showed up a couple days early. The tracking, so early in fact, the tracking didn't even tell me it was out for delivery till the day after it was delivered. However, I checked my mail the day that it supposedly came, and there was no package there. And according to when it was scanned, I had to have gotten out to get my mail no more than maybe at the absolute most 30 minutes after it was delivered. No package, no nothing. Had to deal with that for like 2 days before I finally got an answer from the Postal Service and talked to my carrier. Bottom line, my package was probably most likely stolen. I think that the carrier scanned it at my neighbor's house, and I'm not sure if they're being honest with me saying that they didn't get my package. But you know what? Whatever. Put in for a refund. Hopefully I get that. But considering it was scan delivered, you never know. So that is my life right now. Thank you for letting me vent about that. I hope everyone is having a little bit more luck than I am with all this, all this situation. Luckily, we're all still, healthy, and, we're not going without yet. So that's always, you got to count your blessings, to, when times like this. So, when I get myself too down, when I feel too down about things, I tell myself, could be a lot worse. So I keep telling myself that. But yeah, so I just wanted to do a little quick update, show you the kit so far. I'm really happy with the way the red pre-shading under red always looks really good. I'm always really happy when I do red stuff. The black always comes through really nice, especially if you layer your shades and you kind of go light on your edges, and you can get a really nice look. The yellow was nice on that too. The yellow came out pretty good. There's some spots came out better than others. I'll even show you a huge flaw right now is in my arms here. Luckily the light is pretty forgiving right now. Let's see if I hold it up if it's a little more noticeable. So my process of doing the yellow, yeah, you can totally see the difference now. So the process of doing the yellow was black primer and then a dark rust colored pre-shade to kind of tone down the black, and then that lets the yellow pop out more. And it doesn't fight the black so hard to kind of come through like on the rest of the pieces I did. So what happened was I completely forgot to do my pre-shading on this. So what happened is, you can see like right here, this is probably the worst part of the entire paint job. I'm really hoping that by the time I do some weathering and and do like a matte finish on it. I'm hoping that it tones down that kind of problem right there, but yeah, I totally forgot to do my pre-shading. You know, oh well.